So in the previous video, we have already completed part 1 and part 2. Now it's just a matter of a quick analysis using pivot table. So we had 417 employees with different division and grade. This is the column of actual expense made by them while traveling, while eating out, and this is the limit that they had been given. So of course, we saw a lot of people from this group, almost 70 people, had excess expense made. So if I choose this entire data and go to insert to make a pivot table, let's see what insights can be derived from it. Firstly, I right click and go to pivot table options. Then I go to display and I activate this option called classic. I do this so that all these fields on the right can be dragged and dropped in the left hand side. So having done so, I move on. Let me remind you that the maths area is the one in the middle. The rest are non-maths area, which means if you want mathematic calculations, you have to have fields here. Right now, I put actual expense in the row fields and I right click so that I can go to group. Now I start with 0 and keep the interval as 10,000 and I say OK. Whoa, notice how different groups have been formed. You can also right click, go back to group and change the starting as 1 and say OK. And then you can throw up the names in this value field so that you know how many people have spent under these category of 10 to 20,000. Now I can also put limit crossed on the top. So basically this shows you true means those people who have crossed the limit of expense. And I see that majority of those who cross the limit fall under these two categories. That is 20 to 30,000 and 30 to 40,000. So maybe the problem lies in wrong policy formulation. Maybe these people needed more allowance while traveling because of the airfare cost. So management may want to look into these slabs for these people. You can even right click on division, add a slicer. This way you can analyze the data by even division. And that's pretty cool because you know which division is facing the maximum challenge in maintaining the expense within the limit. So that is what you can do with pivot table. So I hope you loved this entire part 1 and part 2 of the problem, starting with analyzing expense claims, getting some information and then analyzing using pivot table.